Hi everybody, approaching 2021 and Christmas. I promised the Trio Mandili fans that I would come back with a second reaction, and this is exactly what I'm doing. Thank you for your support, and thank you for joining me on my channel and subscribing as well. I hope that you'll comment and like this video. A lot of you liked the last one, so thank you again. Back to Trio Mandili, YouTube sensations. They just sing traditional folk songs, but they do it in a very charismatic way and a very beautiful way. They harmonize together really well. They're very smiley, very outgoing, three young ladies, and they started to gain notoriety that ended up with millions of people around the world clicking onto their videos and really finding them entertaining. And I often say on this channel, if you don't know the language, where the words fail, the music will shine through, but their personality shine through. And this is a live show, and they're dressed in red, and Christmas is coming. So I thought, wow, I've got them live, I've got them singing one of the most popular songs, and they've come back at the end of a show to finish the show with I think it's called an entourage song, or the last song, and it's called Erti Nakvit. And Erti Nakvit in English means I fell in love with you at first sight. There's not much lyrics to this, but I will give you my interpretation. And they've included quite a bit of familiarity with Georgia, because that's what they do in their songs. They incorporate places. So I'll explain in the lyrics after the song certain places, certain words that you wouldn't understand, but I have the meanings in front of me. The song itself is going to be uplifting. It's the kind of music we need to listen to more of coming up to Christmas. And I've got the description and the links as always attached to this video, so please check them out. They are getting more and more and more popular. They're becoming mini superstars in their own country. And I will make a special thumbnail as well from another live show that they did, because I want to portray them as true professionals, because most of their videos is just walking through the village singing their folk songs, but yet they do a lot of live shows and people just love them. Why? Take a listen, and we'll come back with the lyrics and I'll give you my synopsis, my interpretation of the lyrics. Take it away, Trio Mandili with Erti Nakvit. And as always, my video is in 16 languages, so look for your language.
Hello again. Thank you.
that was short and sweet. I told you there was very little lyrics to this, but they are very infectious. And when they walk through the village, and go and check them out on the links, you will be captivated by them. You really will. Just because of the freshness, the simplicity, and the fact that they just sing beautiful harmony songs, and it's their voices and that little traditional, I'm not going to say guitar, but I don't know the name of the instrument, but the little guitar. I'm going to say guitar. It's not the word, but I don't know what word to say. But that's what they're about. And they go live now and they go on television shows, and the reception they get from people around Georgia is phenomenal, and the response around the world to the songs is just like what I'm saying. It's wonderfully simple, beautifully delivered. They don't need a whole orchestra behind them because their voices is in harmony with each other, and they vocalize so well. They're almost on parallel level, but yet one is a bit deeper, one is a bit lighter in tone, and it's just beautifully delivered. I love them. I think they're great. And this was requested by a lot of fans. So coming up to Christmas, to have them dressed in red, singing live, perfect. I honoured the fans of Trio Mandilli with this song. Now, to all the people that are listening, the song means I fell in love with you at first sight. It starts on the first verse. I fell in love with you first sight. Cronkina's pretty marrow. Now, what that means is Cronkina. I'm sorry, Georgian people. I'm just looking at the word. Cronkina is a male, and it's his love for pretty marrow, which in English means Mary. Now tell me, how can I be, it continues, happy without you? Oh, Dalo, 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 girl, you and I. Dalo, 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 I love you, my son. So it's a very happy verse. It's just about love and his intimate love towards Mary. Now it's most likely Mary's, people say it's Mary's father, and I was looking at the interpretation of this, saying people who have translated this, it couldn't be, and it's his admiration and love for his daughter Mary. And it continues, I love you. So this is where I think it isn't. I think it's Krogana is somebody that is a male that wants to take Mary away to a new life. I love you and love you me too. So how can we live here anymore? Because this is why I think this. It asks that question. So how can we live here anymore? Let us go in. Now, my Georgian isn't perfect, but I will perfect it eventually. Tbilisi, let us study at institute. So when it says that, when the lyrics say let us study at the institute, it is a young man that's in love with Mado, who in English is Mary, and he wants to go and study with her and to a new life, a new future in the big city of Tbilisi. So Odelo, Odelo, Odelo is meaningless words. It's used only for the rhyming of the song, just in case you're wondering. And they shouldn't stay in the village. They intend to live in a city for a better life, which I've just said. And the capital of Georgia is Tbilisi. Let us study at an institute there. Odelo, Odelo, which means it's just rhyming. Girl, you and I. Odelo, Odelo, I love you, my son. So he's asking Mary in a very simple way, come with me. Let's live a new life. I'm in love with you. And he continues, when we arrive in the city, let us rent a room. Let us buy a lot of slippers and glasses of lamp. Odelo, girl, you and I. Dalo, 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 I love you, my son. So it continues how much he loves her. He's wanting to influence her, to say to her, come on, let's do this. Take a chance. Because you have to understand that it's, traditions in Georgia would be probably different in the Western world and different in other countries. Probably not as free. Probably he will have to ask Mara's father, Mary's father, for this young girl to be allowed to go with him to the city to live a new life. Because not all things are as free in the countryside with traditions as they would be, let's say, if you lived a city life. So he feels his life, I love you, my sun will shine if you come with me. When you go to the institute, the last verse says, I'll stay at home. Let us walk in the evenings in Pikanskofi Park. Pikanskofi. Pihanovsky. Pianskofi. I'm learning Georgian as I go along with this, so everybody will have to excuse me. They'll have to understand that when I do the words, being slightly deaf in this ear, I pronounce them differently, but then I get used to them and then I learn my words very well. So for me, it's good learning. Pihanovsky. Pikanowski. Pikanovsky. At last, hey, I did it. And it's a garden. And in my notes and in my reference, it's an old name of a garden in the city. And it's on a particular street that is very difficult for me to pronounce, but Angamashbeli Street is the best I can say. So it's a street within a garden. That's the area this young man wants to take Mary, in the city, live a good life in the heart where everything is happening. Come with me, we'll study together, we'll study for new futures, we'll have a family, we'll have everything. You're the sun in a dark room, you're the person I love. And then finally it says about the garden, that they'll walk in the evenings in this garden. Odelia, Odelia, you and I, Odelia, dear, I love you, my son. So it's a very simple folk song, but it's a way, as you've seen them standing on stage singing live, that they deliver it so beautifully, better than me because they're Georgian. So the words are better and they're pronounced properly, ching ching. But the next time I will have to Google Translate and learn how to say and hear the words. But this is my first time hearing, this is my first time seeing the lyrics. So I hope Georgian people are not offended. But I hope the rest of the world listening gets to fall in love with a breath of fresh air in the music world. Their videos are so captivating, so wonderfully entrancing. I just love them. A bit about them as well. Then in 2015, Trio Mandali released its first album titled With Love. The group actively tours around the world, participates in festivals, folk music, and gives solo concerts. The singers have already visited Belgium, Poland, Ukraine, Bulgaria, Switzerland, Austria, Hungary, and Russia, and Trio Mandali is a frequent guest of popular TV and radio shows in different countries throughout. And the second album of the band has been released. The new lyrical compositions to the accompaniment of popular folk instruments reveal the unique spirit of the picturesque Georgia and the breadth of the soul of the Georgian people. So I've got the link there for you to click, which gives you the two albums, Trio Mandali With Love and Trio Mandali Ngoro. I hope you just enjoyed this Christmas Trio Mandali treat. I have. Thank you for listening. Take care for now, and happy Christmas to all the Georgian people, all the fans around the world of Trio Mandali, and to Trio Mandali. I'll see you in the new year with another reaction. Take care.